What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be kind of like an old school car vlog. I used to do this a lot. When I was documenting my infertility journey, because I was just always in the car going to doctor's appointments and like going to work and stuff, and lately I have not been going into the office, so this is like an unusual day for me, but I thought I would take this time to just film a video for you and talk to you guys, because I just haven't like checked in that much. I've been like making videos every week, but it's been more like not about me and more just about like my thoughts about like finances and saving money and our like debt pay down and stuff. So sorry if this angle is a little weird. This is like the only spot I could get my camera to stay, and I just don't want to hold it because I'm driving and I want to be safe. So yeah, hopefully it's like okay. But yeah, it was like I have been into the office twice since March 13th, I think was the last day that I was like officially in the office for the regular schedule, and now it is September 24th, I think. That's a long time to only have gone in like 3 times. And this morning when I was getting ready, I was like getting annoyed because it was just taking me so long to get ready, and normally I could just get up and like take 2 seconds to brush my teeth, have breakfast, like put on yoga pants and start working. And then like this morning to just do like full makeup, pick out an outfit, you know, pack my lunch, all that stuff, it just took like over an hour to get out the door. And it just feels like such a waste of time now that I've had the opportunity to just work from home and not have to do this. And now I'm going to be driving for about 45 minutes each way. So that's a lot of time to be in the car 5 days a week when I want to be spending that time with my family and my daughter, who's like 1.5 now. So I'm really grateful that I don't have to do this all the time. There's just certain things that I need to go into the office for, so that's why I'm going in. I plan on going in as needed, not on a regular schedule. Like I said, I'm super fortunate in that I can work from home, and I do have a job that allows me to work from home. And you know, as I get frustrated that I have all these student loans, I keep in mind that these student loans allowed me to have an education that allowed me to have a career where I could work remotely in a time like this. So I am trying to keep perspective when I get frustrated at all the debt that we have, that this debt is allowing me, something that a lot of people don't get right now. So yeah, so how are you guys doing? I feel like, every day is a struggle in life in one way or another, and right now it's like amplified times 20, and it's just a very difficult time for a lot of reasons. Like, not only is there a pandemic, but it's a pandemic that is connected to politics in a big way. Not because it has to be, but that's because that's just how it turned out to be. I try not to talk politics at all on my channel because that's not why I'm here, and that's not why I think my followers are here and my subscribers. But I think it's just inevitable that like right now politics has seeped into our lives in ways that we would rather it not have, but that's just how it is. So it's dividing. Politics is dividing, and particularly right now, I feel like in the United States, it's very polarized. It's interesting, I just looked at my stats, and 60% of my audience is from the US and the rest is not, which I had no idea, and that's so interesting to me. So as I'm talking, like, everybody knows what's going on in the US, which I think, US news makes news in a lot of other countries, whereas, here in the US we're more oblivious to what's going on in the rest of the world a lot of the times, because in the United States our economy and our culture and everything really dictates what's going on in the rest of the world. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So hi, if you're not from the United States, comment below and say what country you're from if you want to. That would be awesome to know, like, our international audience that's joining us. Anyway, yeah, it's really hard right now because not only is there a pandemic, which is debatable for some people, but obviously if you've watched any of my videos lately, you know, like, I'm taking it very seriously. The fact that some people feel like it's not serious is dividing. And, you know, you try to have a conversation with somebody and you're not really sure where they're at with things or what their opinion is or where they stand, and, like, you know, it can divide families, it can divide friendships. And in a time when we're in a place that there are shutdowns and it's not life as normal, that feels isolating already. And then when there's a divided opinion among close relationships, that can be further dividing and further isolating. So, you know, if that's your situation, try to find people who are, like, you know, either in agreement with you or respect the difference of opinions and can have, you know, focus on the parts of relationship that aren't affected by that difference of opinion, which can be hard to do, but it can be done. But yeah, don't let yourself just fall down a rabbit hole of, you know, loneliness right now, because I feel like it's easy to do right now in particular. But I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated that my daughter, who's 1.5, can't see other kids and can't, you know, couldn't have a first birthday party. And, you know, my family's all across the country and it's just not possible right now to go visit and fly. There's 2-week quarantines on either end of that type of trip. And it's just not feasible for my family in California to come out here, or for us to go out there. And it sucks. It sucks to be far away. It sucks for, you know, my parents to miss out on their granddaughter's, you know, age 10 months to 2, potentially. You know, it's very sad to have that lost time. And, like, I have always been someone who really focused on the value of time with the people that we love. Like, that's always been a priority of mine, not getting caught up in the day-to-day of work and life, and, like, just realizing that time is our most precious resource, and time with people we love is the most precious version of that. And, like, to lose that is really hard. You know, I'm so glad this is happening now and not 20 years ago when there was no Zoom or FaceTime or, you know, texting with pictures and stuff, because all that really, really helps. But it's just not the same as being in person with the people you love. Like, I can get by with being on Zoom with coworkers or clients or, you know, for work stuff. And, you know, I'm doing therapy and I do my therapy through video conference, and I don't mind that versus in person. Like, there's some things that I really don't mind and I find more convenient to be through video. But with your family and your closest friends, like, not being able to have those get-togethers where you just sit and talk and have a glass of wine, or, you know, the kids get together and play, it's sad. It's sad. There's no way around it. It's just sad. And I hope that, you know, a vaccine comes around and is effective, and I hope that people decide to get it, because I read a survey recently that a lot of people would not get a vaccine even when it's developed. So, you know, their opinions may change depending how this winter goes. I hope it's not a horrible, deadly winter for, you know, our country and around the world, but that's, you know, a possibility. So something, you know, people's minds and hearts may change on this as circumstances change or not. So only time will tell. There's an election coming up in the US in November, early November. I think it's the 4th. If you're not registered to vote, whatever party you are, register to vote. Like, just vote. It's important to participate in democracy. That's just shouldn't have to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. Participate in your democracy. Register to vote. There's still plenty of time. You can vote by mail. You can early vote. You can do it safely. Just vote. But anyway, end of rant. On to other topics. My daughter is doing really well. I don't talk about her a lot because I just decided, like, after she was born, I put a couple of videos up where I showed her and talked about her briefly, and it just wasn't feeling right. It just didn't feel like the right decision to talk about her, even if I wasn't putting her on camera, to even talk about her development, like, you know, when she was walking, or if the pediatrician had any concerns, or how she was doing with eating, or any stuff like that. It just, like, it's her private, like, medical business to me, and I just felt like that just wasn't something I had wanted to share with you guys. And I started to think about, oh, I'll do an update on her 6 months and a year, and I don't have to show her face and give her that privacy, but it wasn't feeling like the right decision, which is why I have pivoted what I'm talking about on my channel. And eventually, I'm not trying to get pregnant right now, and eventually when we try to have another baby, I'll talk about that process. I'll talk about trying to conceive and if we're dealing with infertility again. But other than that, like, I needed to pivot to something. I love doing this. I love YouTube. I love making videos. And the next biggest thing I was struggling with was debt payoff. So I made a hard pivot on this channel from infertility to debt payoff. And that has been difficult because I had this, you know, following, a subscriber base of several thousand people who were here for the infertility and pregnancy content, and then just started talking about money all of a sudden, and the people that are subscribed are not really that interested in that based on my views. So I'm gonna have to slowly build it back up again. It's almost like I'm starting my channel over again. So that's been a little bit frustrating because I had so much momentum going, and then now it's kind of like starting over. But the thing is, I'm not doing this for the subscribers or for the money or anything. Like, I've never even made that much on YouTube, but I've tried here and there, but like, that's not why I'm here. The primary reason, it's like a side benefit, but it's really just to share my story and have an outlet and have a platform to interact with people who are going through difficult things that I'm going through. So yeah, with that said, I am enjoying making my videos on our debt payoff. It's helpful to talk about because it's always on my mind, and that's just probably how I am. I'm obsessed about infertility, I'm obsessed about pregnancy, I'm obsessing about debt payoff now. It's just, I guess, how I am. But yeah, I'm feeling fatigued with it. We've been working on paying off debt, you know, half-heartedly for many years, and then now we've been working on paying off debt, like, seriously focused since January, and it's just about October now, so almost 10 months, and it is brutal. It is brutal to just be throwing all your extra money at things that you don't want to be doing with your money, like paying off debt, and not have any extra to do fun stuff, or to just feel guilty if you're spending anything. And one thing I've been really struggling with is, like, fall and the holidays coming, and like Halloween and, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas. There's expenses there. There's a change in season. Sorry, this lighting is so bad. I can't do anything about it. That doesn't really help. There's, you know, in the change of season, like, you need to buy certain new clothes for a kid. Like, we're not buying a lot of new clothes for ourselves because we've got, you know, winter clothes, but for my daughter, I have to buy her new clothes. She's growing out of her clothes, and they're also all summer clothes, and it's really hard to spend money at all when you're working on paying off debt, not because I'm not willing to, but the emotional aspect of, like, opening that door of, like, okay, you can buy stuff. Well, then you set a budget, but how much is a reasonable budget? When you're used to going way over budget all the time, it's kind of hard to know, like, how much is a reasonable budget to pay for clothes or to spend on Christmas or things like that. And then not only that, so you shop within your budget, and then you kind of open Pandora's box for, like, wanting to shop more. And and like you get that like a little taste of what you used to do with shopping, and then you have to like rein it in and work really hard not to let it go out of control and over budget, and that is not a fun thing. I say this in all seriousness because this is how serious I take it. Like, I feel like it's like an alcoholic that has to have a small drink, and like it's just, you know, having a taste of that thing. Like, you can't avoid it with like shopping, but like when you've been like dry, sober, like not shopping, not doing things like that you used to do, it's hard to just do it a little bit, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's been very like emotional, super emotional, and like draining, exhausting to try to like work on this, but I know it's for the best. I'm changing my habits for the long term, so I won't have to struggle with this in the future. But in the moment, it's like, it's hard. It's hard when you're sitting home all the time too, and it's so easy to just go on the computer and start looking at stuff online and scrolling Instagram and seeing ads, and you're just like, I want that thing. And like I said in another video, I screenshot a lot of stuff. When I see something I want, I'm like, okay, screenshot it, and you can go back to it later and get it, but you're not getting it right now. And that's helped a lot. Kind of like window shopping, but yeah, anyway, I want to buy the fall stuff. It's so cute. Anyway, so now that the lighting's terrible again, I think I'm going to end this video. I'm actually almost all the way to work. This was so fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I used to do stuff like this all the time where I'm just like talking to you and it's not planned, and like my videos lately I've just been very like specific and like bullet points of what I want to talk about, and this one I just kind of like, you know, came on and chatted with you, and that was really nice. So give the video a thumbs up if you liked this style video better than the other type of videos I've been making lately. If you want more of like a casual video, I'll probably keep making the videos like the same style of the videos, the sit down videos that I've been doing, but maybe I should do more videos like this, like kind of vlog style. So let me know, comment below if you like this video, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.